Good afternoon, everyone. It's Helen here with Helen. Thanks for joining me again today in my kitchen. Today I'm going to make for you one of my favorite salads. The salad right here is obviously good for acid reflux sufferers, but even if you don't suffer from acid reflux, you're going to absolutely love this salad. So what I have going over here is I'm boiling up some noodles because I love noodles with everything. I mean, genuinely everything. I love pasta. I love putting noodles on my salads. I love noodles on the sides of my meat. I love noodles. So today I'm not super picky. I just pick and choose. It just depends what I have in the fridge or in the cupboard. Today I'm boiling up though a tortellini. So I really like the cheese tortellini, especially in my salads. I just do. And so this one right here is a chicken mozzarella one. So I'm not super familiar with it, but I was willing to try it because it sounded good the other day when I was in the store. So I'm making that up right now. Got it to a boil. It's almost done. So here in a minute, I'm going to drain it, but I'm not just going to eat the noodles because what I also love are sauces. So I'm going to put a yummy, delicious sauce on top of it and mix it through. So I'll show you that here in 1 second. All right, so my salad. I like the shredded salads, okay? I mean, obviously spinach leaves are delicious and they're really good for you. So I try to implement a little bit of spinach into all of my salads. However, just for me, I actually like anything that's kind of shredded up. I go with the Caesar salad because it doesn't have as many little hidden things, okay? Because if you get some of these prepackaged salad mixes, they're delicious. They're so healthy and they're so good for you. However, if you are an acid reflux sufferer or you suffer from gastroparesis, some of the stuff that they put in the salads are hard for you to digest. Say that it has cabbage or just different things, little radishes and stuff, that might upset your stomach. So I like to just keep it clean. Therefore, I just go with the Caesar. I, however, am not going to use the Caesar dressing, even though I can have it from time to time. Sometimes it gives me reflux, sometimes it doesn't. However, I'm not going to use the Caesar dressing. I'll just save it for somebody else for later. So here we go. Yeah, salads are one of my absolute favorite things. And I don't know, I know sometimes people have a hard time digesting salad and different things like that, especially if you're suffering from gastroparesis. This has always been one of the things that sits pretty well with me as long as I keep the ingredients within the salad GERD friendly. So I'm going to add about a half a bag of it. There you go, because I like a lot of salad. All right, so I have already prepared some of my ingredients that's gonna go on top. If you suffer from acid reflux, you are very, very limited into what can go into your salad. Sometimes people can have like the red bell peppers and green bell peppers and maybe even some radishes, things like that, onions. I, however, cannot have those things. I've learned really fast what will work for me and what won't work for me. I can do a lot of carrots. However, my carrots have to be cooked. I can't do raw carrots. And so usually if I'm gonna eat like a celery or a carrot and of course an onion, it has to be cooked. And I can only do a little tiny bit of that. So in my salad right here though, I'm just gonna add some mushrooms. So I just have some sliced mushrooms. Mushrooms are really healthy for you if you like mushrooms, and they actually digest really well and they don't give you reflux. I've already cut up my cucumber. I'm obsessed with cucumbers. Like I can eat an entire cucumber, like easily, like that, it's gone. I'm addicted to cucumbers. However, I learned early on from my dietitian that if you are suffering from GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, or from gastroparesis, that you are not to eat the skins of cucumbers. So stay away from the seeds and stay away from the skin of the cucumber. So what I do is I shred the cucumber. I use a little like potato slicer just to get the skin off of it. And then I go around and I cut out all the seeds. I know you think it sounds like a process. It's really not. It takes you like a matter of like really genuinely under a minute. And so I already did that. And yes, this is an entire cucumber almost. So I'm going to eat the whole thing. I'm just going to eat the whole entire thing. And it's so good for you. Cucumbers are so good for you. And yeah, it takes a little while for them to digest, but it doesn't give me any heartburn and it doesn't give me a stomach ache. So it's safe. All right, guys, today I'm going to go with turkey on my salad. Sometimes I'll go with my chicken, my favorite chicken, which you've seen in some of my other videos. Today I'm going to go with a turkey. So chop that up. I like to get my turkey from the deli because I just think it tastes better. So what I do is I stop by the deli and then I get a bag of the turkey, and usually I go with the golden brown turkey breast, so just like an oven roasted. I don't go with anything that's peppered. I don't do anything that's like Cajun. I just stick with the golden or the oven roasted because you don't have all that stuff that's going to make you sick and that's going to give you heartburn. So I stay away from all that. I've had to play. And then what I've done is I took a bag of avocados, so just any bag, or just grab a couple avocados at your store and make sure they're nice and ripe. And then I just mashed up a couple because I'm gonna put this in my salad just on the side so that I can kind of dunk. As I've told you, I'm a dunker, so I like sauces, I like to dunk. All right, so can I make up guacamole and eat guacamole like a normal person? Like if you were doing the avocados, the tomatoes, the onions, a little bit of lime, some cilantro, it's amazing. That's probably one of my favorite things in the whole entire world. However, can I eat that? Not usually. I can eat a little bit of it, like if I just dunk a couple chips in it, but that would be it. So I've learned with my avocados, because I love them, to either just slice them up and put them on the salad, or if I'm kind of craving a little bit more of a guacamole style, I just mash them up. Early on, when I was really suffering with acid reflux, I could only put a little salt on them. I know, it's crazy. I couldn't put like garlic powder. I most certainly couldn't use the packaged mixes. Now that I'm doing a lot better, I'm feeling better, now I mash up a couple of these. I add a little bit of salt to them, and then I can add a little bit of this like mild guacamole seasoning, okay? And if I really am feeling like I'm feeling really good for the day, I squirt just a little tiny bit of cilantro in here, or put a little fresh cilantro. But today, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just going to mash up the avocados, which I've done, and then I just add just a little tiny bit of this. I don't add a whole packet, no, no, no. I just sprinkle it on, mix it through, add some salt, and we're good to go. And it tastes amazing, trust me. So, you know, you have to kind of have your little hacks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little tiny bit of this right there on the side of my salad. I'll save the rest of my son for later because he's wanting steak quesadillas today. So then I can kind of maybe put a little extra stuff in there for him because he doesn't like it quite as bland as I do. All right, so I have that. I have these noodles boiling. I think they're done here. So I'm going to drain them for a quick second, and then we'll kind of finish up on the salad. They smell delicious. Like I said, I don't think I've had the chicken mozzarella ones before. I hope I like them. And then I'm going to just take some cheese. Now I've got my cucumbers, I've got my mushrooms, I've got my turkey, I've got my avocado mashed up. I'm going to take a little bit of just whatever kind of cheese you like, whatever works for you. Sometimes I go to the deli and I get like the Colby cheese, the Colby like jack cheese or whatever I believe it is. And I cut it up into little squares. I really like to do that. However, I don't have any on hand right now. So I'm just kind of using what I have. So I'm just going to shred up just a little bit of cheese. This one right here is a Mexican pork cheese. Doesn't give me a reflux. So there you go. I'm gonna put that away really quick. All right, if I'm feeling really, really adventurous, which I typically am not, you could throw some fresh strawberries on it too. I know you're thinking this is quite the combination, but it works. It just works. And this will fill you up all day. And even if you just eat like half of it and then you go back and eat half of it later, it will be amazing, okay? You'll just have to work with it a little bit. So now I have these noodles, guys. I'm gonna put them back into the pot, just like this, the hot pot. And then I have this sauce right here. I get this at my natural grocery store, or you can just get it at your grocery store. This one right here is called a pesto sauce, okay? So any type of really dipping sauce would work for this. But I mean, you could do the noodles bland, just like this, and they'd be fine. However, I kind of, like I said, like sauces. So I'm just gonna dump a little bit of this sauce on top of these tortellini noodles. Yum. And then I'm just gonna stir it in. And again, a little goes a long way. I just think too much is just too much. Usually I like to refrigerate these for just a little bit and then put them on my salad. I mean, you could put them on there hot, like just on the side, and eat it that way, and it would be delicious. However, I kind of like mine to be a little bit more cold. And so I'm gonna kind of just show you what it looks like so you can sort of see here. Okay, I'm gonna just bring the spoon over here. Yummy, right? And the pesto sauce is amazing. Okay, 5 years ago, this pesto sauce would have made me super sick. I am gonna give you a heads up. So, because it probably has little seasonings, ingredients that would have given me a stomach ache, would have given me reflux. And every once in a while, I don't know if I have like maybe some type of an allergy, I will get like little like hives on my stomach, like kind of in areas where I have had surgeries before, after having pesto, okay? For all you nurses and doctors out there. So I don't know what that's all about. It doesn't always happen, but usually happens. So again, a little goes a long way. I still like the taste of it, and it doesn't make me super duper sick anymore. So I'm just like, I'm gonna eat a few of these noodles and I'm gonna enjoy every bite of them. And so I am going to hold off because I'm gonna put these in the fridge, but I just wanna give you guys a view of what this salad looks like now. This is what's for lunch. This is delicious, and this will not make you sick. Be very, very, very careful about whatever salad dressing you place on this. For me, I have to do like a homemade ranch, and that means a homemade ranch with barely anything, right? So depending on how you make it, I mean, for me, it's just like you would probably have just a little bit of like maybe some sour cream or some mayonnaise or buttermilk. You could put in just a couple little seasonings in there, but you would want to keep it really bland. A lot of the store-bought stuff makes me extremely sick because I think it's got a lot of just additives, and it obviously has a lot of different seasonings to it. And so for me, I don't do any of the store-bought stuff, even though I know there is some really good stuff out there. I know there is. I just kind of like to stick with a homemade or go somewhere where they make it homemade, and then I buy it by like the little containers, like the gallons, and then I use it for here. In fact, I'm going to show you what I like to use. I go to a restaurant here that actually makes homemade ranch. And as you can see, I mean, there's hardly anything in here. It's white. If this had a lot of like peppers and different things, like different, whatever it is, it would not work for me. And so this one right here does work. And it says it's good for 21 days, 21-day shelf life. And so what I do is I just kind of put it on the side in a little cup, and then I just dunk. I'm a dunker. So there you go. This is how I do my ranch. However, I know there's lots of recipes out there. You're probably going to want to stay away from anything that's acidic. So just telling you, and probably anything that has a lot of sugar in it and vinegar in it, because those things will flare up their reflux. So hopefully if you guys make the salad, you enjoy it as much as I do, and I hope that you have a blessed day.